I used to find math so difficult and confusing, but with Math Tone channel videos, everything became so easy and clear.
Good morning, everybody. How is going? Everything is okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we have a new lesson about understanding equivalent ratio. It's very easy. We gonna take some exercise. For example, ratio mean that equivalent ratio mean that equal number. If you have number 3 over 8, 3 over 8, here is the ratio, the 3, and our opposite, we can divide it or we can multiply. Here is 3 becomes 12, you multiply it by 4, and so the 8 multiplied by 4, we get it 32. Here is the missing number of 32, and so on. 6 becomes 42, you multiply by 7, and you have to multiply 5 by 7, we get it 35, and so on. Here is the ratio. Let's compare between two quantities, and so on. 8 becomes 56, so multiply by 7, you have to multiply 7 by 7, you get it 49, and so on. 2 multiply by 4, you get it 8, and the 9 multiply also by 4, you get it 36, and so on. 6 multiply by 8, we get it 48, and also 7 multiplied by 8, we get it 56. And here is 9 becomes 36 multiplied by 4, and the 10 multiplied by 4, 40. Here is 4 multiplied by 6, you get it 24, and also 7 multiplied by 6, 42. Here is 28, or 7 becomes 28 multiplied by 4, and here is, which is the number multiplied by 4, we get it 44, 11, and so on. We can make it the opposite. We can do divide it, and like this. I give it two examples, you understand. And here is 24 divided by what? Divided by 6, you get it 4. And also, what's the number divided by 6, you get it 7. Here is the number is 42, the same. But I think multiply is easier than divide. Next one, the same. Here is, we have another example, the same. 3 multiplied by what? Get it 15, multiplied by 5, and also 5 by 5, we get it j equal 25, and so on. 10 multiplied by 3, we get it 30, and which is the number multiplied by 3, we get it 27, excellent, 9. And here is 8 multiplied by 3, get it 24, and the 9 multiplied by 3, we get it 27, and so on. 5 multiplied by 6, we get it 30, and also 2 multiplied by 6 equal 12. It's very easy thing. You understand what I mean. If you have any question, ask me in comment. Here is, he asks you about write any two equivalent ratio of the given ratios. Here is, we have ratios 8 to 7. 8 to 7, how to make a ratio equal 8 to 7. By the way, 8 to 7, we can write a ratio as a fraction, 8 over 7, like this, or 8 to 7. We have three ways to write a ratio. A ratio, as I said before, a compare between quantities. You know that is equivalent ratio. We use the multiplication or division to get it the equivalent ratio. And here is, we can multiply by 2, both terms. Multiply by 2. 8 multiplied by 2, 16. 7 multiplied by 2, 40. It is equivalent also. Here is we can multiply by also by 3. We can multiply by 3. We get it multiplied by 3. 8 multiplied by 3, 24. 7 multiplied by 3, 21, and so on. We can multiply by any number except 0, because 0 get a 0. You can multiply by any number. You get it the equivalent ratio. Multiply by 2, 3, 4. Here you have infinite number of equivalent ratio. The next one, we multiply by 2. Multiply by 2, we get it 8, and 7 multiplied by 2 equal 14. You will multiply by 3. 4 multiplied by 3, 12. And here is 3 multiplied by 7, 21. You can also write like this. You can write 8 to 14 like this, or over the same is equivalent. Or here is multiplied by 3, you get 12, and here is 21. Here you can write like this, and also you can write the first one like this. The same, you multiply by 2, you get it. You will multiply by 2, you get it 16. 2, you multiply by 2, you get it 14, and so on. Here is you multiply by 3, you get it 24 to 21, and so here is equivalent ratio. The same, multiply by 2, 20. 2, and here is multiply by 2, 24, multiply by 3, 33, multiply by 3, 36. If you want to write multiply by 5, 7, 8, any numbers, as we said, except 0. And here is 4, can multiply by 2, get it, multiply by 2, get it 8, and multiply by 2, we get it 26, and so on. Multiply by 3, as we said, multiply by 3, 12. There is multiply by 3, 39, and so on. Here is, as we said before, we can write this one 33 to 36, or 22 to 24. And like this. We can multiply by 4 or multiply by 5, as we said before. Here is the same problem. Here is the same way. Fill in the blank. Here is 24 or 3 becomes 24. You multiply by 8. Which is the number multiplied by 8? We get 56. Excellent, 7, and so on. Here is 5 multiplied by 4. We get it 20. Which is number multiplied by 4? We get it 44, 11, and so on. Here is 8 multiplied by 5. We get 40. Which is the number multiplied by 5? We get it 25. Yes, excellent, 5, and so on. Here is 4. I started from small to big. It's easier than divided. 4 multiplied by 5, we get it 20. And here is just a number multiplied by 5, we get it 15, 3, and so on. Here is 5 and to 9, 9 multiplied by 8, and we have to multiply by 8 to get it 40. Here is 2 multiplied by 4, we get it 8, and the total number multiplied by 4, 5 multiplied by 4, we get it 2. Here is how to solve the ratio. We get how to solve it. And another way, some students say we can make a divided. Yes, it's good. If you start from big to small like this, we can divide it 20 divided by 5, get it 4, and 15 divided by 5, 15 divided by 5, we get it 3. Yes, it's okay, no problem. And here is we can start to divide it by 5, because 40 comes 8 divided by 5, at 25 divided by 5, we get a 5. But I prefer to start from a small to big. Here is what we do. Thank you for watching, and if you have any comment, if you have any question, ask me. in comment. I will reply. Inshallah, I will reply. Thank you for watching and see you
ثم
soon.
صلاته على المختار.
شكرا للمتابعة، ولا تنسي الإعجاب والاشتراك في قناة ماث تون.
موجزة الفصول. مولده في عاشر الفضيل ربيع الأول عام الفيل، لكنما المشهور ثاني عشره في يوم الاثنين طلوع فجره.